Today we're catching some sun and waves with Dawn, a QHS member whose life is as vibrant and refreshing as a seaside breeze. What currents brought her to the sunny shores of the quantum shift? Let's surf behind the scenes to see the waves she's been riding.
Hi, my name is Dawn and I am known as Soldier's Voice. I am a mother of 4 beautiful girls, the oldest of 5 sisters. My ancestors are from Cuba and came to Florida to live better lives. I'm a Generation X era kid because daycare and after school care wasn't an option during those times, so we basically raised ourselves after school. My parents divorced and we struggled financially, so that made me grow up pretty fast. I started working as soon as I could to help and to do my part. I fell in love very young with someone I had a lot in common with. He lost his father at age 11 and ours left us around the same age, when I was the same age. He wanted to better his situation in his family since he had lost his father. So he enlisted in the Marines and became a United States Marine. He passed all health, mental, and physical to get in, and he completed his 4 years. He was in right before the Gulf War happened, and he did what he was told and got what he was told. So he came out of service slowly losing his life. In 2001, he was diagnosed with PNH, and that is where my life took a nosedive, the big event that changed everything. He was told he had 11 years of life expectancy. This changed him and our relationship. The moment I found out it wasn't hereditary, that he wasn't born with it or it couldn't be passed on, I started questioning everything. And with very little to find at that time. So 10 years from his diagnosis, there was new information that surfaced, and it was caused. So his PNH was caused, and that's what I learned at that time. I figured out a lot during that time, thanks to many who risked a lot, and I became a soldier's voice because I figured out that they also weren't able to speak up. I began homeschooling when it was very frowned upon and stopped following the pediatrician schedule for my kids. I became a leader and had to heal my post-military baby, myself, and my 2 new children with my new love. I figured out in my late 20s that I had mitral valve prolapse. I suffered with IBS that I was not born with. And I was also suffering with migraines pretty much on and off throughout my life. The severe migraines started when the military part happened and our bodies united. When the problem started and we were separated, those migraines went away. So I figured out a lot was just coming to me like back to back. I was always very skinny as well. I did suffer a lot of depression because of everything I was going through, and I became a warrior fighter when I started figuring everything out, because I needed to be that warrior for my children and for their future. And once you start realizing how much is really going on and how much needs to change, you become that person that will start creating it, and I did. I was not aware of what QHS was. I had first heard of it from Alex Collier, and then my friend Lupe, thanks to her and her mother, I was gifted a QT device from her. While I was waiting for my QT device to get to me, I was witnessing firsthand everything the QT Wave and the devices were doing for Lupe and her family. She was, well, I don't want to mention too much, but struggling a lot with her health. And I was a first-hand witness to how it was bettering her overall. And that's her story to tell. So I came in without even knowing what or where any of the QHS project would even go. I think it was a huge blessing in my life. And I thank you guys and her for everything that you are and what you where you're going with all of this. So I've experienced mitral valve prolapse, migraines, being skinny, no matter how healthy I ate. Okay, because I was healing myself and my family through organic foods, change in diet, exercise. Basically, everything I was trying to do wasn't really giving me that full what I to fulfill and to feel good. And the QT wave is what really brought all that in together for me. I wasn't waking up with body aches, lower back aches. I was sleeping better. My skin was getting better. My hair is getting better. My skin's gotten better. And this is something that all of humanity deserves to feel like better, good, so that they can function properly and be in a world where much more joy is experienced rather than suffering and pain. So where do I want to be when I'm brand new? I would love to have my own land, fruitful land, where the community can help grow and harvest organic foods, where healing modalities can take place and be experienced. Yes, I would love to have a med bed or two, or however many it takes, to be a part of having a space available in the world for all of this to start happening for humanity. I was never financially well enough to always experience having massages or going to a chiropractor and receiving all these other ways of health. So I want to see health completely change and incorporate all these things for everyone to experience and feel and be able to receive, and not just be limited as we are today. So that's where I want to be, and still continue to homeschool my kids until we can find better ways of educating them and bringing them into new ways of new positions, new ways of bringing our future to be better with technology and other things without limitations as well. So that's my prequel. Thank you.
Join us on the Prequel, where every story matters and every voice is heard. Because here at QHS, we're all about healing, learning, and growing together.